I am filming this from the Uxbridge Farmers Market. I'm here on the second Sunday of every month until the end of the farmers market season. Today I'm doing a reading for the collective and I'm pulling cards from the Luminous Humanist deck. If anything doesn't resonate, let that go and just take what resonates. When you do that, it's really tuning in to your own intuition, and sometimes you need to hear something and feel the dissonance within your body to determine if it's right for you, right? The dissonance is like, no, that doesn't feel right, then you know then what your answer is. Sometimes that helps you to get the confirmation of what you were feeling, and then when something does feel really good, then that's your answer for you too. Maybe that's the confirmation. So, wow, I just find the energy has been very intense for the last while. Depending on when you're watching this, but last week, a week today that I'm filming it, we had the full moon and full lunar eclipse. The energy building up to that and the energy after that it's been bubbling stuff up. We've been releasing in combination with integrating new energy. We've been getting clearer on stuff. And it's very much a letting go of what's no longer working for you. Okay, I've pulled 4 cards, 3 are upright right now. I'm gonna start with this card, which is upside down. Oh, to be sovereign. So when you think of, let's say, a queen energy, it is a very powerful energy. It's an energy of going after what you desire, having all that you desire. She is surrounded by lavish gold and purple. Purple is associated with the crown chakra, so it's the gateway to your higher intuition. She is very much at peace and in gratitude and soaking up what she has achieved, the luxury of it. With this being upside down, I feel like so there's an aspect of you not realizing that you can have what you desire. I'll say a settling of circumstances is not where you need to be. There's always shifts that can happen. Sometimes that shift is you need to take action in a different way, take a different path. And sometimes it's like shifting your perception, and then you can see the awesomeness that is there. And in some cases, for some of you, it might be not even attempting to go after what you desire, not even believing that it's possible, because you're only focused on the evidence that you've had so far. And that evidence might be related to, you've been putting desires out there and you have only been bringing in other circumstances instead of what you've been desiring. Okay, so I'm going to see if any other information comes from that. I might even go to the book because I feel like there might be some additional words that need to come out. This was also upside down. There is no there. So, when we focus on that, once we get to this point in our life, once we get there, all will be well. Then you're not enjoying what is here in the present. And what's here in the present is what life is. It's what's happening right now. And to be able to take that and embrace that right now. And if you're feeling dissonance because of current circumstances, then why wait to create that ease and flow, that joy? Is something going to change if you don't make a change? If you keep staying in the same circumstances of where you are now, will anything change? Has it changed? If not, you may need to take a different path so you can enjoy the now. But we always need to look within to see, is this an old pattern of thought? Am I seeing things through clouded glasses? And that's why I'm feeling the dissonance, because it's an old pattern of disgruntlement, let's say. And once you do that deep dive, if you realize that, no, I've learned and I just have more clarity in what I need, then you'll be able to make those, I'll say, needed changes so you can enjoy where you are right now. And I think it's also important to surround yourself by others who are living in the now. Because if you're just living in the now and they're living in the it will be better when, it might feel like you're living life on your own, right? So something to consider there. Also, turn up your radiance dial. So a lot of orange and yellow in here, very grounding colors. This is second and third chakra colors. This is your sacral chakra, your creativity, your joy, your abundance, your fertility. And then the yellow is your confidence, your courage, your willpower. This energy, it's like, I'll say our dantian is located 2 inches below our belly button. Hi. And that's like the pilot light to our inner fire. And our solar plexus is associated with the element of fire. So it's time to make choices to bring that energy up. And if you've been feeling dissonance from this and this and this, that will bring your energy down. So make choices, either changing your thoughts or taking different action, take a different path. That will help to bring up that radiance. Sometimes you just need to use different modalities to bring it up. So because I've been having different stuff coming up, I've been going through these waves of emotions and release and then integration of that. So, it really is important at this time to find ways that make you smile, to play, ways to find your joy. Okay, so let's see what this last card is. Living and loving in the 5th dimension. I'm guided to go right to the book for this. Okay, so 60. Okay, so here we go. The world is awash with colors, unseen and abuzz with unheard frequencies, undetected and disregarded. The wise have always known that these inaccessible realms, these dimensions that cannot be breached by our beautifully blunt senses, hold the very codes to our existence, the invisible electromagnetic foundations upon which our gross reality clumsily rests. And that quote is by Russell Brand. Living your luminous humanist is akin to dancing in the fifth dimension, where you feel a lightness of being, a sense of ease, a connection to everyone, regardless of the calamity being reported on the news. When you make a habit of seeing through the eyes of your higher self, you realize this perspective is not wishful thinking. It's more of a stable reality than the impoverished three-dimensional viewpoint you see played out in social media or your personal struggles. To arrive in 5D, allow yourself to see with a perspective of 5 times more, where everything you cast your eyes upon seems 5 times more glorious than your ordinary senses perceive. As you do this, you'll discover that you have more time in the day because there's less and less to do and say. From a place of heightened consciousness, you don't have to run around attending to thousands of details to keep your life afloat. Simply beam your consciousness in the direction of a particular area of life, take inspired action, and watch events unfold as if through a time-lapse lens, effortlessly aligning with your sky-high vibe. Laughter, joy, and levity are telltale signs you've tapped into 5D. Delighting in the simple things in life, like the way a child can turn an ordinary sandbox into a magical desert island, a bathtub full of water into a mermaid's lair, or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into a feast for kings, means you've arrived. Here's the mantra. 5-dimensional living is available to me at all times. When there is suddenly more room in my day for play and ridiculous silliness, I know I'm on track. I think that is a great way to wrap up this reading. So find ways to find your joy. And when you have those thoughts of overwhelmment, those thoughts maybe are associated with fear or frustration, anger, find something that can help you to shift your perspective, whether watching something funny, hanging out with a friend that raises your vibe up, you simply just start to change your thought patterns, because even just softening those thoughts can help to shift your energy. So if you're interested in a one-on-one reading, you can visit my website, thejoyfulyogini.ca, and we can schedule something together. From my light to yours, namaste. Bye.